Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, Ali Madawi here, your strategic partner and your host with the avocado toast. And I am super excited and ecstatic because today is a brand new day. It's a brand new dawn for not only our show, but what it will be known from this point forward in this segment every Wednesday as your strategic partner show. And I have some amazing people that I'm going to be introducing with you who are going to share this platform with me. These are my partners, my colleagues, and boy, oh boy, they bring the heat. Now, today, we're going to be asking you to collaborate, help, work with us, show up for us, talk to us. I might even give you a phone number to call if you want to be part of the conversation, kind of like they do in your favorite radio show. But today, we're going to talk about how do you identify a good opportunity, whether it's network marketing or not, whether it's business, traditional brick and mortar, affiliate, drop shipping, whatever you may think of, and what is your no in any business opportunity. How do you identify red flags? This is your strategic partner podcast. We're ready to rock and roll.
All eyes on me, who is he? Man, you better come get your girl dog. All eyes on me, party like a rock star. You can find me in VIP. All eyes on me, yeah, where the girls are. This is how your night should be. All eyes on me,
all eyes on the prize, money supersized. G5 super fly, should be supervised. Do or die, open up your eyes, head to the sky. Keep a mean bad mommy on the side. Make a tsunami, kamikaze on the mind. Spit flow, paparazzi flash shine. Get dough, champagne, Merlot. Cash and tango, in the VIP. Now she wanna touch her ankle. Get low, mueve mami como el dembow. All eyes on me, peeping through the window. Get mine, get yours, believe it or not. In the meantime, I'ma keep my eyes on the
all
top.
eyes on me, drinks on me, girls on me, on the dance floor. All eyes on me, who is he? Man, you better come get your girl dog. All eyes on me, party like a rock star. You can find me in VIP. All eyes on me, yeah, where the girls are. This is how your night should be.
Are you ready? Well, ladies and gentlemen, let me introduce my hostess with the mostest, my amazing colleagues, and get used to these faces. You're going to be seeing them every Wednesday at 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And sure, every now and then we'll have a couple of guests that we're going to have to interview and whatnot. And first things first, she is out of Florida. She is young and amazing, mama of four, an incredible wife, an incredible businesswoman, a coach, and a mentor, and that is not other than Ali Day in the building. What's up, Ali Day? Number two, she goes all the way from the Northeast to the Southeast, and she is a rock star coming with a background of psychiatry. She is the voice of wisdom and voice of reason to us all. Helped so many incredible individuals, an entrepreneur with an incredible background, and that is none other than Debbie Summons. What's up? And yes, you already know we brought the one, the only, the one with no mercy, Takoyo Carlton. My man has 2+ decades of experience in not only traditional business, network marketing, coaching, training, and a heart transplant survivor. My man's got 2 lives in there, and I'm so excited to have you guys. So congratulations and welcome to our very first episode of your strategic partner show. And I'm so excited to be rocking with you as always. So let's do this. Obviously, this is going to be comfortable, casual, and laid back. And for those of you who are listening, one lucky person is going to get the hookup tonight at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. I'll be giving away a $50 gift card, just a straight up Visa $50 gift card. So you're going to have to show up at 8 o'clock for that, and I'm going to tell you where. Meanwhile, hey, Ali D, why don't you kick us off? Take 30 seconds or a minute. Tell everybody a little bit about you that I might not have said already.
All right. Well, thank you so much for that intro. It's so great to be with you guys. So yeah, I'm Ali D, and I have been in network marketing businesses on and off for a little over 10 years. I started right out of high school. You name the company, I've probably been a part of it. And I really struggled to see the success that I was looking for. But over the last couple of years, I have really built up myself thanks to these amazing strategic partners of mine. So I'm telling you, you guys are going to get so much value from these these guys because they have really helped build me up as well. And so, like Ali Madawi said, I'm a mom of 4, and I started building my own online business that I now run while having my kids, being a wife, going to school online part-time, and working a 9 to 5. So if I can do it, you can do it.
Hey, let's go to the one and only Debbie Simons. What's up?
What is going on? Oh my gosh, this is so exciting, right? So exciting. Ali and Ali and Tukoyo. Oh my gosh, you guys. So excited to be here. I think I'm the old timer in the room, kind of creeping up there. You got me beat, Tukoyo? I don't know. I'm going to be 59 this year. Do I have you beat? I think I got you beat. So with that, you guys, I got a lifetime. I got a lifetime of different experiences. I was brought up in an entrepreneurial family, but I've really kind of done it all. I went to college and was going to go the traditional career path and became a psychologist, was enrolled in med school, going to go be a psychiatrist, kind of got detoured there, worked in the court systems, worked with addictions and family counseling. And at the same time, I was always pulled towards entrepreneurship. So like Ali D, I think I've been in every company. I think, the first one was Avon when I was probably 16 years old or something like that, right? So I've had traditional brick and mortar businesses. I was thinking about it today, and I think I've had 6 of them. And I've done traditional. I come from old school, belly to belly. But you know what is so exciting? Is you can teach an old dog new tricks. And I have been learning these new tricks over the past 2.5, 3 years with these guys. So excited to be here. And everybody will find out that I have no trouble talking. I have trouble being quiet. So I want to turn it back.
I don't know about that. She knows how to place her card right. Let's go to Tukoyo, my man from North Carolina. What's up, brother?
What's up, Doc? Listen, man, I'm super excited to be here. Really, to be just one of the 4 in the initial launch of I Am Network. And so it's just amazing. But as Mr. Ali Madawi said, my name is Tukoyo Carlton. I'm right here in Fayetteville, North Carolina. My background has been nothing but sales and marketing. Well, I had a little stint in the military for 4 years, active duty in the Army. But once I got out, I knew I always wanted to be an entrepreneur. So I actually got into the communication field, started a cell phone location in the Austin, Texas market from AT&T, T-Mobile, Sprint, all those companies, right? So I was Prime Code, so I'm kind of dating myself, right? But again, I went from there and I was introduced to this home-based business phenomenon, right? And a gentleman told me about a company. He said, you may or may not be interested. So I took a look at the company. And of course, I was lit right there. I was ready and I was excited about taking part in this entrepreneurial-based, home-based business. And of course, from there, that was 2000. Here it is, 22. So that's 22 years of experience in the home-based business arena. And as my young friend said, I've learned from the old school. That's who my mentors were. Those are the folks who told me how to go out and belly to belly before internet was a thing, right? Before we can go online and watch a YouTube video, we were out talking to people and just having conversations. And so again, that's what we're gonna talk about. That's what I bring to the table. I bring that old school mix with a new school feel. And so again, I send it back to you, Mr. Madawi.
I like that old school mix with a new school feel. So let's definitely jump into it. So you guys get used to this, get comfortable. This is gonna be your comfort seat on your strategic partner show. And for those of you who are watching, wherever you may be, please let us know if you're watching live or on a replay. Some of this footage or audio is going to be repurposed in different channels, of course, on our podcast as well. So we definitely love to hear from you, and definitely interact with us in the comments, as we're going to give you a shout out and make sure that you're part of the conversation itself. So, the 4 of us specifically in here share a common experience over the last 2+ years where we were part of building an entrepreneurial community. And what started as the sweetheart of movements and really disrupted a space itself kind of took a little bit of a turn recently, right? Separations, a lot of he said, she said, a lot of things that were done wrong, a lot of bad mismanagement, whether it's fund mismanagement or whatever the case may be. And I could probably say that we've learned a whole lot, just from identifying from our own vantage points, our own seats, our own experiences, whether from an investor standpoint, whether from just putting in 2+ years in developing something from scratch. God, I know that I've gone through that. So I want us to just have an open conversation, and definitely don't put yourself in a situation where I have to be a Mr. Guru business, just talk to me. There's 4 of us chilling in a room, right? And let's have an honest conversation over the last 2 years. If you were to advise somebody right now as a strategic partner, hey man, let me help you find a good company from your experience, give me some of the traits. Let's start with, here's what I would look for in a company to begin with, whether it's network marketing or whatever that it may be from your experience. So Debbie, you're nodding your head. Let's jump on, and don't get mad at me if I interrupt. This is a show.
Oh,
so
absolutely not. Listen, if there's one thing I can do is hang out and chill. Right.
Yeah, I love it.
And with you guys, it's going to be amazing. So yes, we have just come through, a 2.5 year experience, and it's great. Here's the thing. It's another learning, growing opportunity.
Yep.
Right. But the first thing I want to see out of the gate, the first thing that comes to mind is if you're shown an opportunity, whether it's traditional or not, something in that opportunity has got to light you up. Right. You got to like something about that. Right. Like I'm going to be perfectly honest. Okay. I'm a woman, but I am not big into makeup. So when I did Avon at 15, it just really didn't end up being my thing. Right. Because
no digs on makeup. I'm into makeup every now and then.
Tokoyo, you don't need it, brother. You got this going on. But you've got to have some interest, right? Some passion, something about whatever the business or the project is that makes you turn your head, right? If you don't start with that, you got nothing.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. No, I agree. My son and I think you guys have heard Sebastian before. We always talk about, I either win or I learn, right? And I genuinely believe that with everything that's within me. And I learned a lot. Like God knows I have learned a lot, and I'm always going to maintain my student mindset and mentality. And I can help a lot of people kind of identify, another layer of what is good and what could be, challenging. Tokoyo, talk to me, man. I know you've seen a lot of things since 1998 in this space. The last 2 years, give me the good. Like, what are some of the things that you could look back and say, man, this is the best thing that I've gotten out of this, or what has happened for me as an experience? And don't be mad at me if I have some music playing in the background.
No problem. So here's the thing, guys. I was literally just on a conversation about maybe an hour ago. Someone reached out to me from that previous experience. Yeah. We're going to just call it an experience for now. Is that okay?
Yeah.
And so the whole thing, he called me up and he was asking me because he wasn't really plugged in, but he saw this email. And so he reached out to me. And so we just had a conversation and just wanted to make some things clear with him. Like, there's certain things that I saw, and I remember reaching out to you and kind of, you know what I'm saying? Like, so about 2 years ago, when I first joined with this company or this experience, one of the things I noticed is that the growth was very stale, right? There was no growth. So if a company doesn't have growth, let's say you're looking at a company right now, and if this company is a brand new company, let's say, within the first couple months or maybe year, they got to get some traction. They got to get some people in there. But if the company's been around for a while, guys, you've got to start looking at how is the company moving, right? Is anybody growing? Is anybody getting promoted? Who's getting paid? Is it the same old people, right? Is it duplicating? So those are some of the things you got to ask yourself when you're looking at a company. So again, I've been around for a while. And of course, this experience that I've had, the last experience I had, I really can't say anything negative about the experience because it led me to so many incredible people who are on this live right now. And so again, I've met incredible friends, got reunited with my little bro, Ali Madawi, right? Met some new friends, right? Deb and Ali, right? And so again, I don't mean to cut your name off, Debbie, but
you good?
but the experience was awesome. So again, as Ali said, either you either learn from it. I'm sorry.
Either you win or you learn.
Either you win or learn. But I was trying to go somewhere else with it because sometimes it's about growth. The experience is the growth. So again, just going through this, a lot of you guys, this is your first company, the company that we were part of, or you were a part of that company, but you had no previous experience. So you didn't know how that felt for the company to go belly up. You didn't know how that felt to see other people just chasing off and calling people in your organization to see, hey, look, hey, are you interested in taking a look at this? You didn't know that, things would go that way because you thought friends were friends, right? You didn't know that it would be cutthroat when people decide to go somewhere else and don't stay where you're currently at, right? Those are some of the things to watch out for. You got to watch out for the people who are, a friend today and a snake tomorrow. Right? So you can get that based on their conversation, because listen, people can't hide for long. Their true colors always come out. So again, you have to pay attention to the so-called leadership or the people who are in the leadership positions. What are they saying? What are they doing? Is it consistent? Those are just some of the things. I'll pass it on.
You gotta love Tokoyo. He was so
Keep it real, brother. Keep it
positive,
real.
political, but he slapped in such a nice, cute way. He's like, I'm gonna whip you, but you're gonna love me while I'm whipping you. While you're getting a whooping, you're gonna be like, I love you still, Pop. I love you. No, that's good, man. I'm grateful to.
You know what, though? We got to be able to do that in a way.
Listen,
you really do.
It is what it is, because eventually, I believe that everything always comes to light. And, listen, it is what it is, right? Ali D, I know that, let me just give you a fun fact, by the way, y'all. So Ali D, I remember the very first day when we started working together. And this young lady, still very young, but she was younger, let's just say 2 years younger. And, we're talking about like, hey, you got to get yourself out there. You got to go live. And she's like, live, like Facebook Live. And I'm like, yeah, like camera live. Right. And we're working together to find her, get her out of her shell. And she decided one day, I'm like, you know what? I made a decision. I'm going to go and make this happen. I'm going to do it. I'm like, all right, cool. Let's go. And then we agreed that we're going to go live once a day, and I think we started once every other day or something like that at first. And I'm gonna tell the story. You ain't taking that one from me, Ali. So she goes, yeah. So I'm gonna go live every single day, and I think she started the first time was it like 5:30 or 6 o'clock in the morning?
It was at between 5:30 and 6 in the morning.
Thinking that no one is going to watch, that she can just get away with murder, and she could be terrible, brutal, and no one would watch her. This just shut my big pot up. And little that she knew, people were watching. And I will never forget the day that she texted me, like, people are texting me like, why didn't you do your live? Is everything okay? At 5:30 in the morning. So it was just validation of how good you were. And to see you from scared, terrified, don't know what I'm doing, to having your own clientele, making money online, building your own brand. And, I'm grateful that you've given me the opportunity to be, partnered up, colleagues and business partners, and, to be strategic partners together. So talk to me about the last 2 years for you.
Well, if there's one thing that I've learned, well, I guess the type of person I am too, but if you just do what you're told from the people that know what they're doing, right, you can really grow. Because just real quick, going back to that story you were sharing, I remember when you were just telling me to go live, right? You need to go live. Okay, I can do that. Go live every day. That's a lot. Go live every day for 40 days. You're really pushing this. Go live every day for 40 days at the same time of the day. And I was just like, Ali, you're killing me here. And I do have to say, I did not make it all 40 days. I think I did about 27 and then got sick and used that as my excuse. But I learned to go live. And yeah, like Ali said, that really helped build my audience and build my business. So that is something I got. And I almost got real emotional when Tokoyo was talking about the people, right? These last 2 years, like, it was a learning experience. I've learned so much. I've grown so much. But the people that I've been connected with, some have kind of gone their own way, but for the most part, y'all are still my family. And there's so many of you that have still checked up on me, even if I wasn't really active in what was going on, or we hadn't talked in much. There's still love there. It was still, I knew that I could call Ali or Debbie or whoever, and send a text, and you guys were there for me. And so that's been an amazing plus side of the past 2 years, and it allows us to connect with each other and move on to future endeavors like what we have going on right now. So that's been an amazing learning experience.
Well, congratulations to all three of you, because we've all seen the height of the peak, and we definitely have experienced a little bit of the valley. Some of us were underwater. Like, I know that a lot of the leadership, like, a lot of people don't see leadership sometimes. Like, we fought, we argued, we got into things. It was for the right reasons, right? But we were grown men and women, and we're like, no, it needs to be this way. And you're like, yeah, but it needs to be that way. No, I like it black. No, I like it red. No, I like it. Yeah. I mean, and it was a lot of that, but we've always figured out a way, when we would come to the big house and there's the kids everywhere, right? That's what we were like, hey, the kids are here, behave. And we would get along, and we genuinely were getting along all the time. And, I'm grateful for every memory. I'm grateful for every relationship. I'm grateful for every lesson. I'm even grateful for anyone who may have even felt mad at me for any reason or anything like that, because it only gave me an opportunity to reevaluate myself. Like, did I actually do right, or am I just into my own head thinking that I'm doing the right thing and I'm doing something wrong against somebody, right? But anyways, hey, for those of you who are watching, let us know in the chat, in the last 2 years, if we've worked together in an entrepreneurial community, what were the best or one best thing that you could document for us? And I definitely want to hear from you. If you want to be part of the conversation, we're gonna do this right. If you want to be part of the conversation, I'm actually gonna give you a phone number that you can call, and we'll let you be part of the conversation, so you can be a lucky caller. So how you like that, to call you? That's pretty cool, right?
Hey, that's good, man. That's what I'm talking about. You can't get this anywhere else, man. This is live.
So here's the number for you: 732-455-2570. That is 732-455-2570. I'm gonna say it one more time. You ready? 732-455-2570. If you want to call and be part of the conversation, we'd love to hear from you. And yes, I will be picking up.
I love that. That is just too cool right now, right?
Of course. Like,
can I interrupt you, Ali? Are we allowed to interrupt you?
Yeah.
Because I want to piggyback off of Ali, right? And all of us have said it. It's real funny because we're in relationship marketing, right? Network marketing, multi-level marketing. That's what a lot of us have been involved in, along with traditional. Here's the key that I think a lot of people forget. And what we're sharing with you that we're grateful for is the relationship part, right? It was real. You work the relationship so that no matter, like, for me, that's the most important thing in my entire life. That's it. Relationships with my husband, my children, my family, my friends. And that's where I personally, pour the most of my energy in, because it doesn't matter what you do, where you go, if you keep those relationships. And as Ali said, I had to do the same thing. I took an opportunity and looked, did I handle things the way that my core values want things to be handled? Did I keep my side of the street clean, right? Because that's what's so important, and to continue and have that relationship. So just had to add that, because you guys are going to know that's what I'm all about.
Yeah, no, it's funny. Winnie said she loved the 5-day challenge to freedom. And the breakout rooms, and of course the midnight special for her, the daily. That's so funny. Yeah. So for those of you who may be watching Weenie Newburn, which you probably see her if you're seeing this on a video platform. So we literally question if she ever sleeps. Like always. Like, does she really sleep?
She was on every single thing.
Everything.
Are you kidding me? She is still right now. I mean, Weenie, what time is it right now? I'm curious. What time is it in Australia right now where you are? Because it's 6:25 p.m. in here. But one of the things that we used to do as well, which is one of my favorite thing, is we after the leadership calls or Zooms or whatever, I would normally just be like, okay, everybody, have a good night. And those who know. like the few would stay and everybody would leave, and we have like a comedy hour and spill the beans and say, here's what's coming out tomorrow. Here's the next announcement, but don't tell anybody. Look at this. It's 10:25 Thursday a.m. And earlier today she was commenting like 12 hours ago. So Weenie's always.
I don't know when she sleeps either.
With us.
Real quick, see, let me throw this in real quick because that hit something for me. It's the folks like Winnie, Joanne, these folks who join network marketing companies who get lost in the mix, right? When you join a company and you start to build your organization team, that's who you're looking for. That person who's willing to commit. See, whenever I think of Winnie, I don't know how everyone else thinks, but whenever I think of Winnie, I think of someone who's committed. I think of someone who wants to get it done. May have not happened the way she wanted it to, may have not had the success that she wanted to get for the time because the company is no longer here, but she always showed up. And sometimes as leaders, we're looking for that guy who's going to bring in 1 million people at one time. And of course, we want that, instant success, right? That instant gratification. But it's the person like Winnie who's going to be long-term. And again, long after that hot guy leaves to the next company because he got a deal or whatever, Winnie's going to still be there and she's going to build her thing meticulously over time. And then she becomes a leader. And so I can't wait to see what happens for her over the next 6 months to a year, being a part of this community. And of course, having the success that she's been looking for. So Winnie, we're here for you. We look forward to supporting you.
You speak on it, Takoya.
Amen. I love it.
You made that sound like pancakes and like the best pure version of syrup. I'm just telling you, that sounds so good. Hey, talking about Weenie, it's the Millie Del Grosso who called me the person who doesn't sleep. Man, beautiful Millie is smiling right now. Probably cracking alongside with us. We love you, Millie. Millie got to go to heaven last year, and she definitely made those late night Zoom after hours so much fun. And boy, she'd always be like, all right, Ali, tell me what's going on, where are you going, what's happening, and so on and so forth. So we love that. Ali, what you got?
Yeah, so I just wanted to piggyback off of what Takoya said about success, because something that I really learned, is that success is different for everyone. And I used to think that maybe I was just kind of weird at first, because a lot of online businesses, right, the multi-level marketing, they have that idea of the fancy cars and the luxury vacations. And granted, those things are nice. I'm not complaining if I got one of those or went on one of those trips, but I started realizing like that wasn't success for me. I'm just not a materialistic person. So success for me is just having that real time freedom, not the time freedom where you're working on vacation, but like can literally put your phone away because your business is running itself and you're spending one-on-one time with your family. And so one thing about the community and the experience that we were in was that I saw different people achieving different versions of success. It wasn't always about the vacation or the money. So for some people, it was just connecting with others, right? Growing their audience. For me, I had never reached any type of success, like didn't achieve anything that I was looking for until this past experience. And so that made it really bittersweet for me, because this was like the first time I was achieving things, my goals in my life. But we move on, and I learned from that, we move forward. But I just wanted to throw that out there, that success can be different for everyone. So if it's not the fancy cars and luxury vacations, what is it for you? Maybe it's just connecting with others and having that family, like what we had found with each other.
Exactly. I love that, Ali. And it's true, because when I started, it was 1992 that I actually started my first real network marketing company. And my husband had a really great corporate job, but he worked 1,000 hours a week, that old scenario. But I just wanted to do something like you while I was bringing up my kids. I wanted to have something else, right? And it's funny because my husband didn't really take it seriously. He was like, yeah, sure, do whatever you want, do your little gig on the side, right? But for me, at that period of time, it was my children that was the most important. But I wanted to have something else. So as I worked my side gig, it just started out, my first goal was like $500 a month. That was all I was looking for, was let me just get an extra $500 a month. Well, fast forward a number of years, let me think, probably 7 or so years, I'm not great with math in my head, I'm going to admit that to you right now, but about 7 years or so, I had been doing the side gigs and putting stuff away, and a situation arose where my husband lost his corporate job, right? And we went from high 6 figures to 0 overnight. Well, luckily, we had been living the principles of living below our means, but I, with my side gig, had put enough money away for us to live for 4 years.
Wow.
If he had not even gotten another job.
You brag about it. You go, girl.
That's
I love
success.
that.
Yeah.
Now, there were no fancy cars in the yard, right?
No.
I was in a minivan or whatever, but everything for 4 years was able to be covered because of the silly side gig that I was doing, right? So
Yeah, that's awesome. That's
yeah.
how you are the example that we shine onto everybody. Some people only think it's either the fancy car or none. They don't see this story in between, right? Like many people, I think Takoyo knows this, but many don't know. Like my wife and I had one car for the last 5 years up to like last October, and then we got a second car because we had a second baby. We're like, hey, you're gonna have to go to one sport, and I'm gonna have to go to another. So I think it's time, right? But we literally, even our car, like we lease cars for Uber and Lyft drivers for a period of time. Sometimes we're like, there's a car out there, go shopping, go get some food. Like, where you go? I'm like, I got a car, so I'm gonna go get some food. But hey, we got a caller that is on hold, and I definitely want you guys to hear from her, and that is Evangelina from the great state of Texas. Evangelina, say what's up. Can you hear us okay? Evangelina, are you there?
Yes, I'm here.
All right. You guys hear okay?
Yeah.
Yes, I can now.
All right. Awesome. Well, first of all, thank you so much for calling in. This is, you're our very first your strategic partner show caller. And that's
gonna
a good
give her a
thing
shout out for sure.
Because as a caller, not only you are the inaugural and forever, you have bragging rights. Everybody needs to connect to Evangelina. You see her right now. She said she called earlier and he went to the answering machine, but that's because I had my notifications off because I am that good of a host. But here's the thing, Evangelina, make sure everybody connects with her. She's an amazing entrepreneur, a faith-based woman, a rock star. And hey, whenever you're done, you text me which one of the strategic partners you're watching today that you would want to get a freebie one-on-one 30-minute webinar, and I'm gonna hook you up today. How you like them apples, right? All right. So talk to us. Give us your feedback on the last 2 years, or 1 year in your case, as far as the experience. Give us some of the great pieces that you can keep with you forever.
Well, first of all, I am very new to the entrepreneurial community. And when I was listening to all the good nuggets and the community and how everybody would be so positive and would help everybody out, and just everything about it is something that you're looking for in a community. You just don't find that everywhere. The support and all of the information that is provided. You just don't find that everywhere. So it was so important to be a part of. Whenever you stop doing your life, it was like a little part of me died. I was like, oh no! I was so sad. I was searching for all the stuff that from the past that was uploaded and available for replays. And I was just like, oh my gosh, this community cannot end. And I'm so happy that you're back up and Debbie Salmon, right?
Yep.
I'll choose Debbie because she doesn't know me, but I hear her just her positivity as well, and just her determination to continue and be that force of progress. No matter what your age is, because I'm not no spring chicken anymore. So, sometimes you think I can't do this. It's the younger generation that's going to do it. But no, it doesn't matter. You can start at any age.
Right.
So yeah.
Absolutely. And I do know you.
She knows you.
I know you.
Oh, okay.
Yes. Yes, she knows you, and you can definitely count on. We'll make sure she sends you her direct Calendly, so you too can have a 30-minute one-on-one session, go over everything that's relevant and important to you, and absolutely take advantage. This is a woman that she and her husband have created 7 figures, have created success, and have blessed so many people. So we're so excited for you that you get to spend a little bit of time with her, of course. And, we're back like we've never left. You're going to see us definitely Monday through Thursday, and Wednesday specifically, where you're going to see all the strategic partners. Wednesday is the day that we all come together and bring our brands together and have some fun. So we're so grateful for you, Evangelina. And we can't wait to hear your excitement and success moving forward.
That's right.
Yes, definitely. So glad you guys are back on, and Godspeed to your goals and strength and all the positive vibes ever.
No, we love it. We're gonna have to talk to our print department, get some t-shirts, right, Takoyo? We gotta start selling some t-shirts out. All right, Evangelina, stay amazing. We love you.
She's gonna get a banner or something now as the first call-in, right?
Yeah, no, we love it, and that was a blessing of a phone call, and for those of you who are watching, right, we're gonna do this more often. So for those, just to kind of bring it back, Evangelina said, like, a part of me died when the live stopped and whatnot. So we're back like we've never left. We're just back better, and we are more of us. It's not just one guy. But tonight, by the way, just a plug, at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, we are having a live strategic partner Zoom where all of us come together. Every week you're gonna hear a different training from a different trainer and a strategic partner, but tonight we're just bringing us all together, and we're gonna be focusing on how do we network, how do we turn a lead into a prospect, and how do we close a prospect in 4 different ways, 4 different elements. And of course there's an open Q&A session. Now I'm gonna be straight up with you, this will be the last freebie that we are going to be, because just like you, we are a for-profit organization, and we want to make sure that everybody is eating and feeding their kids as well. But we are going to be hooking you up all day, every day. We have an app that is coming out that is loaded with so much fun stuff that is going to be free to download with a whole lot. I'm talking about you could live on it for free. But if you want the premium stuff, like the premium gas, you're definitely going to consider. But don't worry, it's an average of $37, per price. So you're in breaking the bank. All right, let me go back to my partners in here, and we talked about the best parts. If I were a prospect / a friend of yours, and I come to you, I'm like, dude, like, I don't want to get played. What are some of the big no-nos to watch out for that you could advise me on when it comes to a network marketing company or business opportunity? Your answer to that person would be, and let's start with Ali D, if that's okay.
Okay, yes. So since
I don't know if you were ready for that, but I
was ready. All of us have been in all sorts of opportunities and programs and companies. So one of the really big ones, though, that I kept falling for were big income claims, like promises, right? Big promises. And that sounded really good to me, right? Like I said, I wasn't really after materialistic things, but I definitely wanted some more money in my pocket. And, the first 30 days you can make XYZ amount of money, and you can't fall for those promises because they cannot promise you anything. They can't. It depends on your work ethic. It depends on your following. It depends on, your passion. It depends on a lot of different factors on what kind of income you could be making. And one time I even hit a bonus I was supposed to get, and they took it away from me because something didn't line up right, like the IP address. They thought I was buying product to hit this bonus, basically, and so they can't make income promises. You just can't. So that's a big one. And second one that I've really learned from this last experience is to watch how fast a company grows. Watch how fast, because a lot of times if something is just starting out, that can be a good time, right, to get in, to be, at the top, so to speak. But at the same time, if they're growing really, really rapidly, that can be a red flag.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Takoya,
Yeah,
talk
that's
to me.
good stuff.
Yeah, I'm gonna come off just off what she just said right there. That last red flag. If the company is growing too fast, that means there's a lot of people getting thrown against the what? Wall.
Well,
Mhm.
See if they stick, that type of thing. So again, we know that anytime a company starts up or they bring in a new leader or whatever have you, they're looking for immediate satisfaction, right? They're looking for someone to come in and bring all these people in. But here's the thing, guys. Me personally, now again, it's just me. I know there's some guys out there, it's all about the money. I love the money. I love what it allows us to do. But it's more important about the people that we bring in. And that's probably why I haven't built a team of 100,000 plus people, because I've always built slow and steady, because I understand if I build that relationship, and that's the reason why you guys are on this Zoom tonight, on this live tonight, because we built relationships,
Yeah.
right? We built it so strong that people, like even myself, even though I call myself a leader, I miss the 11 o'clock dailies. I really did. I do, and I still do. Every now and then, my head was programmed for them, right? So the whole thing is simple. This, guys, what she said is so very true. So if a team is growing so fast, you want to look out for that, because again, it's going to stop at some point, because people who build real fast, and what I've seen over the years, those same people who are building fast, they got some kind of deal in the beginning that you have no idea they got, right? They have a contractual agreement with the company, right? The company says, hey, you got 3 months, 6 months, you do this, you hit this bullet point, you get this. They get their money, they fulfill their contract, and they're off and running to the next deal. So again, you guys, a lot of people don't know that, because that's the big player guys, the guys that's been around, the 6-figure, the 7-figure, the 8-figure income earners. That's their play. So they'll go from company to company, and that's how they make their existence, because they're making all the money up front, not over time. So you have to watch that too as well. I send it back to you.
Yeah, and I love how Takoya yields his time back every single time. I yield the remainder of my time
I yield the floor.
to the gentle woman from Massachusetts / Florida. Debbie, talk to us.
Well, it's I already love this so much, because you guys are saying what I'm thinking, right? Because I'm going to tell you, there's a lot that actually goes into choosing a company. And the thing is what you briefly touched on, is sometimes going with a startup is really the way to go, because there's a lot of opportunity in there. But you also have to keep in mind that then you can have things happen, like just happened to us in 2.5 years, because it takes about 2 years to see a company flop out. That's kind of the general stat, right? So, you've got to be able to take that risk, right? And then each of us individually can only determine our own ability for risk, how old we are, what we're investing, time, whatever it is. But sometimes you do all of your due diligence, you do all of it. You get all the questions answered, and they all get answered the affirmative, and it still doesn't work out.
Yeah.
And guess what? That's okay. That's life. That's entrepreneurship. So you have to get some thick skin about that, and recognize that that's just the way it is. But I want to piggyback again off of Takoya, because one of the things I really despised about this industry was exactly what you were talking about. And a lot of people that come into this industry are unaware of it. That sliding in of the big leader that goes above everybody, right? And everybody's going, whoa, where did that person just come from, right? And I'm gonna be honest. I had a mentor who is no longer my mentor. I'm still a friend with him. He taught me great things, but he was that guy. That is what he's done his entire career. He has a team of 3,000-4,000 people that follow him from company to company. And he goes, he gets a good deal, he brings them all over, they make their cash, they fill their contract, and they're on to the next one, right? And, that's a lot of the stuff that people don't realize that goes on out there. And I think that that's one of the things we're going to be talking about here is really, digging into a lot of that stuff and taking a look at it. Because the other thing is, you see people come in and they have a meteoric rise.
Mhm.
And the rest of you are sitting there, you're going, oh my gosh, I've been digging in the trenches and I've been building these relationships and I'm barely ranking up, and this person, flies up. Meteors and comets burn out. They burn out and they move on. So I use the exact words that you guys are using: slow and steady, slow and steady. My teams know I have a traditional way of building my business with my team. First person I ever have join me, I start having a meeting. In the old days, it was in person or on the telephone. Now it's on Zoom. Guess what? We talk about business, but we start to learn about each other. I want to know who they are, what's their family like, what's their life like, what issues are they in, and we build that. And for the first month in business with me, that's what I'm doing. I am learning about you and your family before we're ever really moving into the business. Now, that's being said, if it's somebody that's already been in this industry and they're ready to run, I might not be doing that as heavy. But you build tight and you build that family foundation, and nobody gets left behind or slips between the tracks because you know what's going on.
And real quick too, I'm just gonna pick it back off of you, David.
Yeah, baby.
If I can do that.
Yes, sir.
But the whole thing is this too. So she talked about, having those down. And let's just talk about the last 2 years, right? That has a positive impact on a lot of people's lives who are a part of that company and that movement. But at the same time, it hurt a lot of people at the end, even though it was all this good stuff in the beginning. So here's what I want to tell you. For everyone who's listening, who's going to listen, whether it's on the live or replay.
Ooh, I feel like there's a preaching moment coming up.
Don't quit, right? Because again, the company that you're a part of right now may not even have been the company that was for you, that was meant for you. Maybe it was just a lesson. Maybe it was just a thing you were supposed to go through so you can grow to the next place you were supposed to go to. So again, that company may have not been the deal. Maybe products wasn't you. Maybe the service company wasn't you. Maybe that leadership wasn't you. Maybe the style, the community wasn't for you. Your community is out there. Your leadership is out there. Your mentors are out there. So again, don't let it deter you from this industry. This industry is amazing. I've seen people's lives change all over the place. Young, old, married, divorced, you name it. There's no discrimination in this industry. So all I'm saying is don't quit. Allow yourself to learn from it. But more importantly, understand when you go to the next one, what to look for. And of course, ask the right questions. Just don't jump in. Does that make sense? And again, even if it's someone you love and care about, you still have to ask questions. Now, there's some people that I do know that I'll jump right in, but best believe I'm going to ask questions, 1 million of them, after the fact, right? Because I trust them that much. But again, that's all I had to say to you. I just want to make sure that everyone who's listening, who's been through a bad experience, is that you don't quit and that you continue to rise and keep on, running, and use, outlets like this to get that encouragement, to learn the things that your mentors and the people that you've done business with don't tell you. See, here we keep it real. Look, this is the first show and I'm already speaking into existence. We keep it real. That's just who we are. We've got a lot of experience. Matter of fact, I was saying that earlier, we got over 70 years of experience right here in these 4 blocks, right? He's on 1st Street, 2nd Street, 3rd Street, 4th Street. We got it all covered, right? So again, I yield back to you, Ali.
Oh,
I don't
yield it back again. Go ahead, Ali.
If you don't mind, I don't want to piggyback off of anyone. I just want to throw in a little something extra.
Yeah, let's go. Everybody piggyback off of everybody. We don't got.
Yeah, no, this is not piggybacking off anything anyone said, but I do want to throw this in. So if you find yourself in a position like we seem to have, and everything looked good at first, and you're in the opportunity, and if things start feeling like they're going south or just don't align with you, or you're unsure of some things, I recommend just pulling back a little bit. That's what I did. And I pulled back. I let those that were a part of my team kind of know what was going on. I didn't badmouth anybody or anything. I just said, I'm pulling back a little bit. I'm trying to watch what's going on. When more and more things kept coming into this experience, this opportunity, I just kind of put my brakes on, because for me, until I knew it was still aligned with me, I didn't want to keep bringing anybody else into this because I didn't want to burn anyone else. And the most important thing you can do is keep your own integrity and make sure that you are an honest person. And I didn't want to keep bringing people in just to get a paycheck when I wasn't too sure where this was going. And I knew that my reputation would be on the line. So definitely keep that in mind. That's your everything, because that's your following, that's the people that are watching you, and if you slip that up, it's going to be real hard to build up. My dad always told me that it only takes a second to lose trust and a lifetime to build it back.
Oh man, that is the truth too.
Yeah,
I had that experience in another company, Allie, just to tell you. I was in another company that it ended up that the company was fine, but there was a few issues that were going on with some processing and that type of stuff. So I did the same thing. I kind of backed off a little bit, and I had a person reach out to me. They had seen me. And again, this was a different company, not this one. This was probably 10 years ago. And they reached out to me, and they had seen me on a presentation, and they said, listen, we want to join that company like right now, and we want to join with you. And I didn't even know her. And I said, listen, I'm not going to sign you up right now because I'm a little concerned. They're having difficulty processing the credit cards, and I'm not. And she said, are you kidding me? And I said, no, I just won't. I don't want to do that. Yeah. And so a few weeks went by, and she came back and said the same thing. She goes, I really want to sign up. And I said, well, if you're going to sign up, honey, you're going to have to sign up with someone else, because I don't like the way this is looking, and I won't sign you up just to make that $500. Right. And let me tell you, so we are still friends, and she has joined me in other business ventures and there's been others in between where she's come to me and I said, yeah, I don't think that looks good. Right. Or let's take a look at this one. Yeah. Because as you said, that's what we have at the end of the day. That's what we have. And what Ali has taught me personally, and so many of you guys, I know it, that are watching live or replay, I know that you're going to be able to say this same thing, is he taught us to brand ourselves.
Right.
Brand ourselves. And by branding ourselves, we brand our core values as well. And those core values are what stand the test of time. Not my hair turning gray, not me losing a little weight, gaining a little weight, right? It's those things that stand the test of time.
100%. I guarantee you, many people, many new generations might not know who Les Brown is, but I can say you gotta be hungry, and everybody knows exactly what I'm talking about, right? So it's an interesting fact. Here's the thing. I'll tell you, me personally, is believe the past of the person that is in front of you. Now, sure, you got to cut people slack and give them grace. But I talked about it so many times, including yesterday. The credit card companies or the car loan companies, they give you sometimes up to 7 years before they say, all right, I'll give you another shot, right? 7 years. And if somebody just 2 years ago did something dirty and hurt a lot of people along the way, sure, they may have, come to their senses and things are a little bit different, but believe the person, right? And do a little bit more homework. The biggest mistake or lesson, I guess I would say, that I learned over the last 2 years for me is I fell in love fast with someone's character without identifying if it was, a real skin or just, fall or whatever they call it. I don't know what's the exact way of saying it, right? And I learned, I forgive, I move on, all is well. But it's gonna be something that is gonna leave me on guard for a very, very long time, because a lot of people along the way are impacted by everything that I do. I'm just grateful that we had this open conversation as our very first episode, because we're just going to get into so much more fun conversations. And for you who is watching this, as you've noticed, we've had a live caller that was part of the conversation today, and we're going to do it every single time. She also won a one-on-one complimentary freebie Zoom with Debbie Salmons, our strategic partner, and she's going to be spending a little bit of time with her. For those of you who are watching, make sure you come with us at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. That is in 1 hour and 5 minutes from now. No, we're not putting the Zoom link anywhere in here. There is an event that is is floating out there. I can definitely tag you. We can tag you in any of those events. And it's going to be a 1 hour, maybe a little bit more, of how we network, how we turn our prospects into leads into prospects rather, and how we close our prospects the professional way from 4 different ways of doing it. And we're also going to be opening for business tonight. We're going to give you some access, some ways that you can monetize, automate, that you can take advantage of everything that we are doing. And also you can today book yourself with a freebie one-on-one Zoom with each one of these beautiful, amazing souls, so you too can have a session that you can get a little bit of clarity and identify what's the best route for you. So join us at the 1 hour and 4 minutes from now. I will put the calendar invite in the comment itself, so you can just click on it and see the details for yourself. But I don't want to put the actual Zoom link in the Facebook doesn't like external links, so take that as a coaching lesson. Don't ever do that in a comment. They're gonna just flag it and hide it. But I'm grateful for you. I appreciate you. And do us a solid in the comments. What topic would you like us to educate on next Wednesday? What topic would you like us to educate on next Wednesday? And you never know, you may be a guest on our show talking to us about that topic and why it was important for you. We may even turn it into a live coaching session. And every week, I promise you this, we're going to be giving a lot of stuff away. So this week we started with a complimentary coaching session. Join us at 8 p.m. Eastern. We're going to be raffling off $50 to an attendee. You just got to show up. And last but not least, we're going to give you access to our community itself, so you can see what is available, doable, feasible for you, and how we can help you achieve your core values. We appreciate and love you, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, strategic partners. Hey, we're going to do around the world 1 minute each, because there's exactly 3 minutes and we got to drop 1 minute each. Give us your final thought of the day. Ali D, you go first.
Of course, you had to pick me first. I was thinking. Okay, so my final thought, though, is that it is amazing to be here with all of you. I am so excited for what's to come from this. Thank you for watching with us, and I just can't wait to see you guys soon.
Right on. Debbie Simons.
Oh, absolutely. Thank you, everybody, for being here. This is so exciting. My final thought is this: do not give up. Do not worry how many times you've failed. Do not worry if you've made a bad decision, because we all have, and we all will continue to do so. And you're going to learn how to overcome those and rise up no matter what. So I look forward to seeing you guys each week.
So Koyo.
Hey, guys, I'm super excited. I cannot wait to start working with you. I can't wait to hear the stories. Again, everyone's success story is different. But again, listen, I can't wait to see whatever the success story is for you. But again, do me a favor. Do not miss our next live coming up in about an hour. So that's my last thing I'm going to give you. Make sure you click that link. Make sure you understand that, hey, look, this is the place to be. Log in, share the link with others so they can get the same powerful information as you are. Hey, with that, I send it back to you, sir.
He yields his time yet again, and I am your host with the avocado toast. I cannot share my gratitude, and I can't wait to help you create your success stories as well. We love and thank you, and until next time, hey, tell them peace out, everybody.
Peace out.
Peace.